All right. Well, we didn't expect the technical difficulties there. We are back live.
We are back. We are on a different platform. Andy, this goes out to you, my friend. I don't know if we'll get you back in here. I don't know. But listen, man, I respect coming onto the stream to hate. I do. It's not an easy thing talking to 3 Jets fans when you're a Bills fans, especially after you just took a loss to the Jets a week ago. But let's face it, man. I think before the stream ended, you were starting off on some, well, you haven't won a Super Bowl in 50 years. Well, if you're going to use that argument, I'll use the argument that you guys have never won a Super Bowl, and that since this Josh Allen Super Bowl window has begun, you guys have still yet to win one. And, you know, if you're going to go around saying, you know, our quarterback is the best, our quarterback is better than yours, Josh Allen is the best, Josh Allen is the GOAT, MVP, Josh Allen, you know, I'm going to call you out as well for accomplishing nothing during that. So
there we go.
If you guys
Andy
were
Johnson
not here
versus our guy Jack is happening. Andy, we appreciate the call. And just a little update what's going on. We were just live on the Jets Media podcast show, and the show abruptly ended. The whole software crashed while we were taking a call. So now we're in a separate live show right now. So thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to do a call-in segment to finish off this podcast. So yeah, welcome in, guys. And if you're just tuning into this live stream and you have no idea what's going on, go check out the Jets Media podcast. Matt has been on it for 2.5 hours. We had Ryan from Jets Talk 24/7. We had Green Bean on. This is the call-in segment. That's just a separate show because unfortunately the show had to abruptly end. So let's get into the call-ins, guys. Click that link pinned in the chat and let's start it off. James, what's good, bro?
What up, James?
No good. No good.
No good.
First off, you guys know I'm always positive. Listen, I'm upset. I'm more than upset. So whatever flies out, sorry, but I'm not really that sorry because I'm fucking seething right now, all right? I went to bed pissed and woke up really pissed. So where do I start to unpack this shit? But maybe like fucking Dwayne Brown? Wake the fuck up. What are we doing here? There's no more midday naps. All right? This isn't a fucking senior citizen home. He got his ass kicked. If you can't play left tackle, take your fat ass to the early bird special, get a 5 o'clock dinner, go home and go to sleep because we don't fucking need you. All right? We could have put a tree out there instead. What a joke. That was fucking pathetic. The running game. We ran 8 times. 8 for Nate. Good job, Nate. Good job. Get him some contacts, cataracts, fucking Bausch and Lomb. I don't care. He's a mess. Yesterday, he was a mess. He got undressed. And I'm sorry, but I'm in the middle of a hectic move. I'm moving to a new house. I needed this yesterday. Like I needed a dose of the clap. Like I needed a dose of the clap. Zach Wilson, with me, he's got 1 more week. He's got 1 more. If you don't want him no more, I'm okay with it. I'm not gonna, cause I don't know. It seems like the writing's on the wall, but he's got 1 more week. If he plays, if he puts up a turd next week, and I go to that game, which I don't know, I'm gonna try. But if he does, I swear on my mother, I will not spend my hard-earned money again going to another Jets game until they show some fucking consistent football. It's the same goddamn story every year, and this book fucking sucks. I'd rather read the goddamn dictionary. Give me a break.
Wow. James,
85 Bears, 85 Cubs, 85 Bears. Give me a break. Give me a break. That was disgusting. They better show out next week. They better show out. Because if not, I'm done with it. And I never say that. I should burn this fucking shirt. Disgusting.
James, thank you.
And that's all I got to say. I'll talk to you later, boys.
Peace.
Peace.
Wow. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you, James, for one of the most New York calls of all time. Probably sitting in traffic on some sort of NYC highway, if I had to guess.
Yeah, on the Cross Island right now, probably.
Yep, on the Cross Island right now, sitting in bumper to bumper. He needed that game yesterday like he needed a dose of the clap, I think he said.
That was great.
Yeah, legendary call, and we feel your pain, James. Absolutely, 100%.
No, I'm with you. That was just incredible. I don't know what else to add to that.
There's nothing. Yeah,
that was just pure electricity. I love that.
And that's what this is all about, the call-in show, is the vent. let it out. That's what we do. We give you guys a platform to feel your emotions and let your frustrations come to the surface, because it's better to talk about it than just let it, sit underneath. So we got the next caller coming in. We got Charles. Hey, Charles.
What's up, man?
Hey.
Hey, Matt. Hey, Jack. Hey, Richie. How are you guys?
Good, man. How you
Been
doing?
better.
Oh, man. I don't want to sound like a dick, but I kind of mostly expected the Jets to lose that game. Dallas has a very good football team. The offensive line has yet to gel this season. And, I understand Dwayne Brand got his ass kicked by Micah Parsons, but then again, who hasn't Micah Parsons beat? You know what I'm saying? So, I am disgusted we only ran the ball 8 times. I wish we should have ran it a bit more. I understand Zach Wilson statistically did not play very well, but then again, some of his receivers dropped passes, like Brees Hall, for instance.
Yep. That was not what you like to see from Brees yesterday.
But what really pissed me off was this defense. This defense, don't get me wrong, the Cowboys have a very good offensive line, but the defense didn't really do much to pressure. Well, let me rephrase it. They didn't really do much to get to Dak Prescott, and they didn't really do a good job in adjusting to him. So, and the defense didn't force any turnovers. They forced 4 last week. They didn't force any yesterday.
I told you going into this game, whoever wins the turnover margin wins, and the Jets had 4, the Cowboys had 0. I mean, that's all you need to know.
They've outscored their first 2 opponents 70-10. That's insane.
Yeah, that is insane.
Wild.
Yep.
Well, Charles, thank you so much, man. I appreciate your knowledge to the game as always. We got a lot of callers lined up, so we're going to get to the next one, Charles. But again, man, I appreciate you calling in.
Matt O'Leary, you look good with that.
Thank
Is
you,
that
Charles.
Lavernius Cole's jersey or Eric?
No,
Decker?
we got Eric Decker, baby. We're going 2015.
Eric Decker.
Last time we had fun as a Jet fan, 2015.
True.
Wow.
True that.
Yeah, but too bad Fitzmagic had to fuck up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's tragic.
Yeah.
Wow, it's true. Thank you, Charles. Appreciate
Thank you,
buddy.
Charles.
Guys, if you're just tuning in, we have a brand new live show. So if you guys can smash that thumbs up button, we only have 8 likes with 80 people watching. So this is the call-in segment of the Jets Media Podcast, as we got cut short on the other show, which I'm still frustrated about. But it's all good because we adapt and we adjust, just like the Jets will do against the Patriots, baby. Let's go.
Hope so.
All right.
Amen.
Next caller, we got Alan. What's up, dude?
What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, guys? One comment and one question for you guys. The comment is on the general manager. All I heard off season is how amazing a GM he is, and I was thinking to myself, in 4 years, this team hasn't sniffed the playoffs. First of all, secondly, he was brought here as an offensive line guru, and in 4.5 years, our offensive line is bottom 5 in the league. Okay, the left side of that offensive line is the worst in the league. Again, Laken Tomlinson is the worst signing as a free agent ever since Trumaine Johnson. He is dreadful. Okay, so if you look at his resume as a whole, and I know you're going to bring it up the 2022 draft, and it was an unbelievable draft, but as a whole, he has just not done a great job. So I'm thinking to myself, and here's the question I ask you guys. Let's say they go 6-11 this year, which is realistic with this crappy quarterback, and he is garbage, okay? I watched Sam Howell yesterday, the 144th pick in the 2022 draft, ball out in Denver. And all I keep hearing is, oh, there's moments that Zach Wilson plays well. He is garbage, okay? And again, it's a week since the injury, and still there's no backup quarterback here, okay? Tim Boyle is a camp quarterback, and yet there is no backup quarterback. So I'm asking you guys, if they go 6-11, do you give this GM a 6th season and this coach a 4th season, or are they so tied into A-Rod that they get another year? Because in my opinion, he got injured week 1. They should have had a solution, not Zach Wilson. This is what pisses me off. All I keep hearing is that this GM is a genius. This offensive line is garbage because of this GM.
Yeah, I mean, you bring up excellent points, Alan. We appreciate the call. Listen, man, coming off a tough loss like that, you gotta point the finger. And right now, the finger's pointed at Joe Douglas, especially when the hype has been this team is so good on paper. And when the team is good on paper, but they did not go onto the field and show that they're good, then there's going to be questions to be heard. And to answer your question, I really have to see the reason why the Jets hypothetically win only 6 games before I decide to pull the plug off of Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh. Personally, I think Joe Douglas is not a perfect general manager, but I genuinely do think that he's done enough to really show that he is building a foundation to really set the standard for this team moving forward. And like you said, they are go on.
This is year 5.
Yeah, they tore it down the first 2 years.
Yeah.
Look, their offensive line is so bad. Going forward, there might be one offensive lineman I have confidence in going forward. Maybe Tippmann is too. Okay. And another comment. Can you believe that there was not one 2023 draft pick on the field yesterday? That's just unbelievable. Inactive was the first round pick. They benched the second round pick, and no one else is on the field. I'm telling you, this team won 7 games last year, and there's no active 2023 draft pick on the field.
How did Xavier Gibson look in week 1?
He's not a draft pick. He was an undrafted.
It's still from this draft class.
I'm talking about draft picks. I'm not talking about
from this. But it's Joe Douglas going out and finding a diamond in the rough.
It's more impressive for Gibson to look better than a draft pick.
Okay. If they go 6-11, this GM has to get canned. I don't care about anything. He has to get fired. Okay.
That's not happening.
I disagree, man. I think he's managed to build the best roster that we've seen in our lifetime as Jets fans.
What do you expect another GM to come here and do?
You can't really prevent.
Can you explain it?
Can't prevent injuries.
Can you please explain to me this offensive line?
Well, yeah, I mean, you're gonna win some, you're gonna win some, and you're gonna lose some.
There is no offensive
Dwayne
line
Brown is not looking good. Laken Tomlinson's not looking good. McGovern has been, an average player, has had good moments and bad moments. He hit on Elijah Vera Tucker. We're pretty sure he hit on Mekhi Becton. We'll see what this year.
He picked the wrong tackle that year.
We'll see what this year has, but I think all Joe Douglas has done is get this roster in a position where guys like Aaron Rodgers want to come here. Guys like Dalvin Cook want to come here. So
how many more years are you going to give him? I mean, this is going to be year 5.
He's got 1 year left on his contract, I believe. So we'll see what happens. And, if we have to move on, we have to move on. But I do not think,
who are you bringing in to replace Joe Douglas?
I'm finding another GM that can do a better job than this guy.
Well, historically, we've sucked.
I'm sorry, Alan. I couldn't disagree more with you, my man, but I do appreciate the call.
Okay, it's year 5.
Thank you, Alan.
Appreciate the call. I mean, listen, we're really going to start pointing fingers at the GM right now. And 6-11 is such a hypothetical nonsense that I really personally, I mean, anything can happen. But what are your thoughts, Matt?
Yeah, I mean, the only legit criticism that I think you could bring up is the offensive line that Alan brought up. And I think that is 100% fair. But Aaron Rodgers doesn't come here without some of these other things that Joe Douglas has done.
100%.
And with you can't be out on a draft class after 2 games. I get it. People are frustrated that Will McDonald was inactive. I don't think that's going to be a common thing for him going forward. And with Joe Tippmann, that's someone who they want to bring on slow. Outside of that, like who were you expecting to come in and play right away? That wasn't going to be the case. Zaire Barnes wasn't going to come in and play at that point. And Xavier Gibson, an undrafted free agent, was a star the week before. Undrafted free agency counts. Bryce Huff was
Rookie of the week, maybe? Did we bring that up? Rookie of the week?
Undrafted free agency counts. In the 2020 class, you found Bryce Huff as an undrafted free agent. There's been some spotty plays. He hasn't been perfect. To me, he's a middle-of-the-road GM. There's been some really nice moments, and there's been some really garbage moments also from him. But I don't know how you could be like, oh, well, you lost the quarterback, on the 4th freaking play of the season, but you don't get a real shot with quarterback that you brought
him here. You brought him here, but he got hurt 4 plays in, and that's clearly the GM's fault. So let's blame the GM. I don't get anything that Alan had to say.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the offensive line criticism is 100%. I agree with that. The left side is an abomination. The right side is good, and you got to elevate Joe Tippmann. I need to figure that out. But outside of that, what's wrong with the roster? What is wrong with the roster outside the offensive line right now? You can say quarterback. Okay, he's our backup. What quarterback in the NFL has a backup quarterback that can lead you to Super Bowl? It's not easy to find. And that's the reality that this Jets team is sitting in. And we have a backup quarterback playing with this team that just got absolutely steamrolled by a powerhouse in the Dallas Cowboys. So I get the criticism, but okay, let's just fire Joe Douglas after this year and let's bring in another GM, and that GM is going to be like, wow, look at this roster that's being gifted to me. You see the roster that Joe Douglas was handed 5 years ago? Why he had to rip the thing down? That's why it took 5 years to get to the roster point that it is today, okay? Damn it. LaSalle,
What's going on, bud?
Hey guys, how are you guys?
we're
Good,
great.
man.
You can't tell how good we are?
But I have a question. Have a question that I know it's gonna get Richie very, very, I wouldn't say upset.
Oh, God, LaSalle. I know where this is going.
You know where it's going? Okay. First question. What do you
Matt
think
take it.
makes a franchise quarterback? Like, what do you think the variables in to make a franchise quarterback?
A variable of a franchise quarterback, that's an easy one. Someone that has the locker room, has the respect in the organization, and can go toe-to-toe and be a consistent winner in this league and show that he can be a competent quarterback that Zach Wilson has not shown yet.
Yep, Zach Wilson has not shown it. My reason why I asked the question is because I said it to you on the first one. I'm sorry, but why, like, this quarterback class is extremely stacked. Why not, like, after, I'm not saying, like, he could be
Easy answer to
amazing.
this.
Anything after he could be, like, you know, but why not just go after one QB in the draft?
So what do you expect them to do this year then? What are you saying?
I'm not saying stick with Zach Wilson for now. I'm saying stick with Zach Wilson for now. But if he hadn't shown you that he has improved, why not? Because my major gripe with how we do the quarterback drafting, it seems like we always go for talent. We always go for talent. Like we never try to look at the guy's mental, like, attitude, how it will fit in New York in the locker room, and we never. And for me, you should look at that first, and then look at the talent. Look at the talent later, and okay. Look at
my question to you, LaSalle, is this is my question to you. Are you saying that the Jets should tank for a better draft pick to put us in a better situation to draft a quarterback?
No, not at all.
Good.
Not at all. We need to win. I'm not saying that.
That's all I wanted to hear.
I'm saying later down the line, like let's say day 2, we traded back in the draft. Now we got a second round pick from that first round. I'm like, okay, you got this guy from Washington State. You got a guy from Washington State, and you got this guy from Oregon State.
Now listen, LaSalle. Listen, I'll just say this. Of course, we're going to talk about if the Jets lose this year and Zach does not look like the guy and we're in a position to draft a quarterback, we're going to have that conversation. But right now, I'm sorry, I don't want to have that conversation in the middle of a middle of a season that we're heading into week 3 when the schedule when we're 1-1 on the season and are 1-0 in the damn division and could have a chance to go 2-0. And I will say this, LaSalle, this is a conversation we need to have, but not at this point. Not at this time in the season to be talking about potentially drafting a quarterback in the 2024 NFL draft. That's just my take.
Okay,
It's just
I
not
get
the
that. I
time.
get that. But do you get my what I'm saying about, like, drafting a quarterback? Like, you should look
Yes,
at the mentals
if
more.
we have to look at it next offseason, if Zach continues to show that he's not the guy and we can't trust Zach Wilson to be the future and Rodgers still here, we will have that conversation in the offseason. So, LaSalle,
Okay.
I appreciate
Okay,
the call.
I got you. I feel you.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, LaSalle. Appreciate it, man.
Matt, what's your thoughts of that?
Where do you find these people? No, I get what he's saying, but like it's week 3. I don't want to do this now. I don't want to do this, right? You said it perfectly. Like, we could have this conversation at another point, be like, well, or it's like the same thing with what if Zach Wilson balls out? They give him the 5th year, the option on his rookie deal. Like, who gives a shit about that? Can we get like 1 week at a freaking time here?
That's what I'm saying, bro. The 2024 draft is the last thing on my mind right now. All right, well, Jack, he's back.
He's back. Give it to me, Andy.
Andy, sorry you literally broke our software, by the way.
No.
There
There was another person in the chat that, like, it was making it so I couldn't even hear you guys, and then everything just went out.
Yeah, the software froze.
And then we froze. I don't know. I blame your energy, Andy. But come on, give it to me.
Oh, don't get me started on you, Point Break.
Hey, at least I show my face. What do you look like? You might be ugly as hell. Turn that camera on.
Point Break.
Oh my God! Turn it back off. Turn it back off. Turn it back off. Nobody wanted to see that. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. All right, Andy, come on, give it to me.
It doesn't matter if you want to have that conversation now, Richie. You're gonna have to have it because you're not winning more than 7 games with Zach Wilson. He's proven that point.
How do we prove that point? 2 weeks in after beating. Let me ask you this, Andy: are the Bills a good team?
Yeah.
Did the Jets beat that team?
How many victories do you think you can get against top 10 teams where the quarterback's going to gift you 4 turnovers?
How did he gift
against Buffalo twice a year?
Yeah,
I mean, definitely
one more time against the Bills.
I mean, bro,
at least
he gifted you those.
When was the last time?
Did you not hear Josh Allen's press conference? He literally admitted that the Jets own him. He admitted it.
Listen, Andy, you're not going to get us to admit that the Bills aren't a good team.
The Jets now are the Miami Dolphins of the early 2000s.
All right, hold on, Andy. You're not going to get us to admit that the Bills aren't a good team. We all know the Bills are a good team. Are they beatable? 100%. We saw that a week ago today when the Jets beat your Buffalo Bills without Aaron Rodgers. Josh Allen turned the ball over 4 times. We all know that the Buffalo Bills are a good team. Hold on, Andy. Hold on, Andy. Andy, hold on. Hold on, Andy. Let me finish my thought here. We all know the Buffalo Bills are a good team, but they are not perfect. They are flawed, just like every other team in the league.
I'm not
they are
saying
beatable.
They're perfect.
Hold on, Andy. We've beat them once. We can beat them again. Josh Allen consistently plays bad against this New York Jets defense, and we'll see what happens. We all know the Bills are a good team. The Jets are not as trash as you think they are by any means. No shot are we picking in the top 5 in this coming draft. We'll see what happens. You got a good team. We got a good team. We'll see what happens for the division. You're not going to sit here and get us to talk crazy, saying that the Bills are bad or that the Jets are a bad team. Not going to happen.
Well, we appreciate.
I'm just saying, this isn't 1980. You can't hide your quarterback. It's not, we have a really good run game. As long as you don't turn the ball over, we can go places. It's not that same NFL.
I mean, it worked last year to start off.
2017.
It worked with the Jaguars in 2017.
Look at the quarterback
There's some evidence of that.
Outside of Josh, who did you really play?
Rodgers.
Did you win that game?
Yes. How do you not know if they won and you're
Andy,
on this show?
come on. Don't call
Andrew,
don't
Jesus
call
Christ.
Don't call into a Jets
I am
show.
not a
ask
Jets
the
fan by
question.
any
Know all
stretch
your
of
knowledge,
imagination.
man. Come on, Andy.
Andy, I'll see you on Wednesday night on the roundtable, my man. I can't wait to hear what you have to say on that one.
Just in case the
Andy.
Patriots do beat you guys, because I don't know, that could go either way. Keep Richie away from the bleach.
All right, we got
wow.
you, man. Thank you, bro. Turn
Andy.
that camera off next time. Damn, that boy is ugly.
Or Andy.
Andy, all love, my man. We appreciate you calling in as usual. Billy, what's up, Billy?
Hi, guys.
What's up, Billy?
I am a long-time listener and a first-time caller.
Welcome to the show, man.
Well, I saw Matthew O'Leary, and I couldn't resist calling in.
Sound like my grandmother.
Richie, I have a granddaughter for you if you are single.
Do you?
But seriously, not that I'm not being serious, do you think that Joe
This is a troll call.
Do you
No,
think
never.
that Joe Tipman needs to play next week?
Yes, Billy. I don't know about next week. It's going to happen. I would like for him to play, but I think that he has the most upside on this damn offensive line, especially above Connor McGovern and Laken Tomlinson. Play him at left guard, play him at center. I think Joe Tipman is a player that needs to play, and he showed in the preseason he's ready, Billy.
Okay, because I don't think I could stomach another week of Laken Tomlinson. He's complete trash.
Agreed, Billy.
Oh, God.
I agree.
Billy, I agree, man. Laken Tomlinson is not looking good.
Also, I noticed that the secondary's banged up a bit. Could this be the emergence of Trey Dean?
Trey Dean.
Activate him off the practice squad. Here we go. He's back, baby.
Trey Dean's back. Listen, there is an injury. Tony Adam has a hamstring. Adrian Amo stepped in for him. We'll see if that's going to be lingering. Hopefully not. But yeah, this could be Trey Dean's time if the injury to the safety room does continue. And hopefully that's not the case, but we want to stay healthy.
Right. And I think it's ridiculous that any Jet fan would give up on Joe Douglas because of one loss.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, listen, we're not going to get deeper into it like we did earlier on, Billy, but I agree with you, man. And I appreciate
Totally
the call,
agree.
dude. Let's go Jets, and I appreciate your first time caller, man. I really do appreciate him.
Long time listener.
I am.
Thank you, Billy.
Appreciate you, Billy.
Billy is a frequent Just Jets caller. So I'm glad that we
Nice.
got him
Nice.
in the mix. Big Trey
Okay.
Dean fan.
Okay.
Maybe you'll see his guy soon.
All right.
All right, Billy. Trey Dean is my guy too, so hopefully you do see him. James,
What's going on, boys?
What
up,
up,
what's
man?
up, dude?
Nothing. First off, I want to say that idiot who said we got to get rid of Joe Douglas is a moron. Name the best first round draft picks the Jets have had in the last decade and a half, and you can name 3 guys besides Joe Douglas's draft classes. Our team has been atrocious, but I'm really sick and tired of this doom and gloom after one game. Our offensive line played terribly. I'm really pissed off that Hackett had no halftime adjustments for the offensive line with sliding the protection or even getting Breece Hall and Dalvin Cook involved. Like the fact that these guys had only 4 touches each is atrocious. Like we're supposed to be, even with Aaron Rodgers on the team, we were supposed to be leaning on that strong running game and allowing Aaron Rodgers to set up the play action to get the ball down the field. But we gave our 2 Pro Bowl caliber running backs 8 touches total. It's an absolute joke. But other than that, man, we got the Patriots next week, which is a very winnable game. We should be able to beat the Patriots. The Dolphins don't look unbeatable. They're not as dominant as everybody made them out to be week 1. And we have a tough schedule coming up. But if we can win 2 or 3 of those games and get out of that tough 6-game stretch, we still can win this division. I don't care what anybody says. This division is not out of reach for this Jets team, even with Zach Wilson as the quarterback. That game yesterday was not on Zach. He played pretty well. He was not put in any good situations. Like you said earlier, it was 3rd and 12 almost every drive. He didn't get any help whatsoever, and he had to try to make plays at the end of the game to put the team in a winning position because the game wasn't out of reach even at 30-10. If one big touchdown like Garrett Wilson had earlier, it's a whole new ball game. So I'm tired of the doom and gloom, man. I still think that this team has a team. Our defense needs to step up big time. That was a very poor performance. But the Dallas Cowboys, man, they're good. That defense is I think they're the 85 Bears type defense. That defense is unbelievable. Micah Parsons is everything that he's cracked up to be. In the comparisons to LT seem to be valid. That kid is special. But we can win some games, guys, and I'm tired of the doom and gloom. We're 1-1 and 1-0 in the division. Next week we should be 2-0 in the division.
Absolutely, man. I agree with you. I agree with everything you said. I think it's echoing a lot of, how we're all feeling right now, or at least most of us. I look at, just zoom out a little bit and, we're 1-1, just like the Kansas City Chiefs, just like the Buffalo Bills. Cincinnati Bengals are 0-2. So, here we are, man, we're hanging. And, I like that you said that because, this has been an overwhelmingly, negative morning talking about, the shitty performance that we watched yesterday.
I get it with Jets.
Zoom out. Of course. Yeah. But, and it's it's not baseball where we can say, oh, I hope we win tonight, or basketball, I hope we win, tonight, 4 or 5 games a week. We got to wait a week to see our team do their thing again. So, this is obviously going to leave a sour taste in our mouths until we get the chance to redeem ourselves at home against New England. But I agree with you, man. You zoom out a little bit, you realize we're 1-1, we're hanging with the big boys in the conference, and we'll be all right.
Yeah, I think we have a good season ahead of us, guys. I think 6 wins is ridiculous. I think we're going to get closer to 10 wins and be in the hunt for the playoffs, maybe even a division title.
James, I just want to say, man, before we let you go, thank you for bringing that positive approach, bro, because I really do think that we are a fan base that is very quick to overreact either way. We win, we are the best team. We're going to the playoffs. If we lose, doom and gloom, 6-win season, fire the GM. It's just like doing this thing for a couple of years now. It's what I've grown to be used to. So it's refreshing to have you, James, to come on here and share that perspective because I do agree with you. And James, I do appreciate the call. And
thanks, guys, for having me on.
Of course.
Yeah,
James.
Thank you,
thanks
James.
for calling.
What you guys are doing? Keep up the great work. JETS.
Jets.
Jets, baby. Let's
Thank
go.
you, James.
Thank you,
Appreciate that,
James.
bro.
Good call.
Very good
call. Solid call.
Check out his
from James.
podcast. Seems like he has a podcast. James
Yeah.
Fight or Flight
podcast. Check that out.
Hell yeah.
Good stuff.
I
Thank
think
you,
we're
James.
down to our final caller of the day, guys. It's been a long one. We had some technical difficulties. I'll be sending a strongly worded email to the folks over at Streamlabs.
Yeah, really.
but
Bums.
Let's welcome bums. But let's welcome Johnny to the show. Johnny, what's going on, bud?
You guys see me?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir. You're looking good.
Hey, man. First and foremost, dude. What up, guys? Man, you guys
What
are
up?
looking fresh over there. See that 87 is that the Decker?
Yeah, we got Decker. We're throwing it back to last time I felt happiness in 2015.
Hey, man. I hear you. Look, I know everybody's like down and out right now, and I get it. You know, we've been battered as Jets fans forever and a day, but these are not the same old Jets anymore, man. We came off a short week going against a top defense like them. Parsons was playing that Joker role. I mean, that dude was lining up everywhere. I don't understand why we didn't put somebody in there to kind of almost like QB spy him type of style, right? That they could chip him when he comes off. But it is what it is. We lost, but we're still 1-1 right now. I mean, nobody was expecting us to go undefeated for the season, right? At least I wasn't. I thought that maybe we would go ahead and win, right, off of a low-scoring game. But Zach didn't lose us that game. If anything, he made a lot more strides to go ahead and be able to do something with he didn't have anything. I mean, yes, our running backs didn't do anything because they weren't given the ball. Maybe that would have made a difference, but we don't know. It's done. It's in the past, man. The game that I'm more worried about is the Patriots. We have right now the chance to go ahead and be 2-0 in the division, right, against a team that has haunted us for how long? So I'm just excited, man. Yeah, it sucks. This whole Joe Douglas firing him. If Jet fans are coming out and doing that, hey, go be a Bills fan or something, man. Like, just stop it. I mean, he's good. Salah's good. I mean, the culture in this squad has changed. It's different. To the guy that was over here earlier talking about, oh, you can't win in this league anymore with the whole run and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure the Commanders did that, and I guarantee nobody could name the quarterback that they had when they were running the ball like crazy and had that real top defense there as well. So, hey, man, you guys are awesome. I'm over here just chilling in Jamaica.
We got to
Oh,
say,
beautiful.
wow, look at
Hey.
that. How are you?
Jealous.
Johnny, boy.
Doesn't look like that today in New York. I was about to say,
man.
Johnny.
Yeah, dude, I'm over here just my daughter got me giving me some braids, bro.
Oh,
There we
that's
go.
amazing.
Well, Johnny,
Yeah.
I do want to say thank you so much because I think that 2-0 to division's got to be the focus right here. And that game yesterday was a disaster from a lot of different lenses, but I like your again positive approach. Matt, what's your thoughts of Johnny's call?
Yeah, appreciate you checking in with us all the way out from Jamaica, but I think he's right. It wasn't, it's not the end of the world here, and going into this very important game against the New England Patriots, they could get themselves right back on track here.
And we will. Right,
Absolutely.
Johnny?
And my closing remarks to Johnny. Johnny, we appreciate the call, man. Appreciate the dedication, but for God's sakes, enjoy your vacation. Don't let the Jets take up too much of that space up in that brain of yours, man. Enjoy that view. Have a couple frozen drinks and get the Jets out of your mind, man.
Hey, man, I've told the people that come in, please make sure that my bar is stocked with Red Stripe, and they have been. We got like a 24 pack in there, and that's all I've been doing, man. I can't anymore, man, with the whole like doom and gloom stuff. It just needs to stop, man. If we want the Jets to do better, we as a fan base have to do better. We can't continue with that. I mean, people are calling for people's heads to come off. It's crazy.
Crazy.
Like when is the last time that the Jets have been so like relative in the damn networks, man? The Jets, it wasn't good, but we're being talked about. If this was last year, dude, they wouldn't give a crap about us. And I mean, I appreciate content YouTubers like you guys that are putting out some good content that are true fans and are here, So, hey, appreciate you guys, man. It's still JETS.
Jets.
Shout out
Johnny,
to
baby.
thank you
Shout
so
out to
much,
them
man.
Long Island boys. One
Let's
more
go.
time for the view. One time for the
Hey,
view.
Let's go, baby.
Enjoy it,
Full
dude.
shot of that.
Woo.
Enjoy
All
that,
right,
baby.
Johnny. Appreciate you, man. Wow.
That's amazing.
LaSalle comes back. Don't fire Joe Douglas. That's a shitty take from Alan. Agreed. Thank you, Awesome LA. Thank you, LaSalle, for the $5 super chat.
Is that LaSalle?
That is LaSalle.
Nice.
Awesome LA is LaSalle in the chat. All love LaSalle and all love to all the people calling in. And listen,
Even you, Andy.
Even you, Andy, of course. Like all the banter and everything, never take it personal. We are taking this, all the hate, all the love, it all comes in the same breath, man, as usual. So that's going to wrap up episode 3 of the Jets Media Podcast. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Unfortunately, the first episode got cut short, but we made sure to go live right after it because we needed to get some call-ins fit in. Matt, cannot thank you enough for taking time out of your Monday to come into the Jets Media studio and be the first ever in-person guest on the Jets Media Podcast. I hope you had a good time, man.
It was an absolute blast. Seriously, I love watching what you guys are doing with this thing. It's so cool that you have your own space and get to do things like this. And yeah, looking forward to some more collabs in the future.
Absolutely,
way more collabs
man.
in the future.
100%.
Way more collabs in the future with Matt and myself are coming. Somehow we got to get Ryan over here and Green Bean over here, even though they're not Long Islanders like us, so it's more convenient for you to come 10 minutes away. So, guys, make sure you check out Matt O'Leary's channel. Comes out with consistent videos all the time. One of the best, if not the best, Jets YouTubers out there. Jack, appreciate you always being the co-host of the channel, guys.
Thank you, my friend.
Check us out on podcast, guys. Podcast forum will be really appreciative. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, Google, wherever you guys listen to your podcast. It'll be awesome if you guys can give us a rating and listen to this back in your car. And yeah, I'm new to the podcast world, even though it feels like I've had a podcast for years, but like the actual audio form, it's different. So we appreciate all the support, guys. Keep your heads high, man. Let's focus on the Patriots. Let's go 2-0 in the division. And it starts Sunday. Jets Media Day is this Sunday, so expect a lot of things coming out from that game.
Let's go Jets, baby.
Let's go.
The freaking Patriots. Let's go.
Jets
Thank you,
Chaos
guys.
knows what's next. Thank you guys tuning in. We appreciate all the support, all the love. JETS, Jets. That wraps up this time. See you guys on the roundtable tonight.
Peace out, guys.
Peace out, everybody.